Welcome to the third and the last part of our discussion of Wucheria bankrupti. So what happens here is for the life cycle of Wucheria bankrupti, the mosquito feeding on human blood will inoculate a larva at the third stage into the human blood, from where uh, we do develop into adult lymphatic and in lymphatics, they travel to the lymphatic glands where they develop into the adults. Now, these adults will release microvilli that will migrate into the lymphatics and peripheral blood circulation. This microvilli would again be ingested by the feeding mosquito, where this microvilli will shed their sheath and penetrate into the mosquito's midgut, where they will undergo the stages of larva formation from stage 1 to stage 3. And then again, for the stage 3, they would be uh, migrating to the head and proboscis, the feeding organ of the mosquito, so that their fresh infection could be made. Now, for the diagnostic purpose, you would understand that the diagnosis of this particular parasite is done by the microfilaric stage present in human blood that is produced by the adult worm. But for the formation of adult worm, it is necessary that the stage the larva develops into an adult larva in the lymphatics. Now about the variations that we have, that is Wucheria bancrofti and the Malay form. There is difference in the length. Obviously, the length of bancrofti is longer. Whereas the appearance is graceful, sweeping curves, whereas kinky appearance is of the Malay and with secondary curves might be present. Cephalic space, there is length is equal to breadth, but in Malay form, the length is equal to two times the breadth. Stylated anterior end, single, double, nuclear column, discrete nuclei, blurred nuclei is seen in this. Excretory port not prominent, but here is prominent. Tail tip and sheath are also differentiated. It's a pictorial diagram showing difference between the Malay and the Bancrofti form. Wucheria, Bancrofti, and Brugia Malay. There's also one more that is known as Loa Loa. We'll read that in a different section. We have concentration techniques for this microfilariae. We'll skip this part. Even we have the treatment part discussion is the type of drug that is used. But, this is beyond our therapeutic part because we don't follow allopathic drugs in it. Prevention and control is important. So obviously, this disease is spread by eradication. Is spread by these mosquitoes. So eradication of the vector mosquito or the carrying mosquito should be done. If you find a carrier or a person suffering from this particular disease, so person who has been detected with elephantiasis or has a developed elephantiasis is not a carrier. But if you find a carrier in, how do you find that? There are epidemiological centers or places where this disease is quite prevalent. So general screening has been done for the presence of microfilarial worm. So they need to be isolated and given proper treatment. Morbidity control is very important because this leads to a great level of disability and deformity in different parts of the body. And if the person has undergone the changes of increase in the size of any extremity, then that should be taken care of properly. That they should be taught about the cleaning habit, so that the secondary infections or secondary complications quite will not cause amputation of that particular leg or any limb. Burgia Malay, it's very common, or the largest endemic area is in India is Kerala. Its intermediate hosts many species, that Mansonia species and one species of Anopheles, do carry it. Like Wucheria bancrofti, it causes lymphangitis and elephantiasis, primarily of lower limbs. Malayan filariasis is absence of child urea, and the rarity of swelling. So there is some difference. Bancroft will can cause scrotum swelling and child whereas this particular Bruglia malai will not cause child and scrotum swelling. So we have seen the difference in their size and their nuclear arrangement. So we can have a peripheral blood film and we can see to the morphological features about their length, their appearance, their head area, how it is with length and breadth. Also their nuclear column and the sheath which is stained uh, correctly or not. This is how it looks like. Treatment is same as the Wucheriasis and prevention is also the same because it is a mosquito which is spreading and it also causes the same type of elephantiasis as caused by the Wucheria. There is one more type that is Bugaria timori, which natural vector is Anopheles barbitrosis. Clinical manifestation are milder than lymphatic filariasis, lymphadenitis, lymphedema confined below the knees, so it is not affecting any other lymph nodes. Abscesses along lymph trunks and node may be seen. Draining abscess is also present, which further leads to scare formation. They are larger than the Malay form. Their syphilitic space is 3 times their length, or even more bigger than the Malay form. And the sheath is not stained, whereas if you remember, in the Malay form, the sheath was well stained. Again, the treatment prevention is followed the same as for the Bucheria Procta and the Malay. Thank you. This was all about the Wucheria bancrofti. We'll meet with some other parasite in the next session.